Taurus, welcome back. So we're going to take a look tonight at your person, how they showed up in the connection, how you showed up. All right, so a little them versus you, right? Okay. Guys, if you need any personal reading, just inbox me. Spirit guides, angels, divine ancestors, please shine the light on what we need to see for Taurus. Broken mirrors, addictions, roller coaster, toxic connection. I feel like this person here that you were dealing with, they could have had addiction to drugs, over drinking, sex, gambling. It could have been anything, really. What I get is the devil card energy from the tarot. If you guys know about that card, it's all about dark attachments, control, needing to be in control. This person is somebody who self-sabotages connections because they feel the need to stay in control. And if they feel like they're losing control at any point, you see a whole different side of them, and it's not pretty. It's not nice. You did feel like you were, Taurus, on a roller coaster with this person. There was a lot of highs and lows and a lot of inconsistency, in and out energy. It didn't give you a sense of security at all. And that was a problem for you. Tell me more, Spirit. Stubborn, bossy, selfish, inflexible. What did we just talk about? Being the need to be in control, right? This person, Taurus, you see, they could have been a Taurus as well, but like the dark side of Taurus, they're in their dark energy. This person was in their shadow self, but again, with the bossy and needing to be in charge, and if they felt like they didn't have the upper hand, then that's when you would see the negative side of them, the dark side. And this person, I feel you would let them know. You would tell them, listen, I don't like X, Y, and Z. And this is somebody who, yeah, they heard you, but they didn't care to change what was going on. They didn't care to make any adjustments to their behavior, their patterns. They just didn't feel the need to. It wasn't important. They didn't prioritize your needs at all. And that was an issue for you. 1000%. Tell me more, Spirit. Love affair, secrecy, third party, hooking up, STD. This is somebody who you could have found out they had a third party. They were dealing with somebody else. And if they weren't dealing with somebody else, they prioritized other things, other people, maybe family, maybe work, Everything else was more important than you, Taurus, and that was not going to work for you. For those of you who had someone who went and they chose to be with somebody else while they were with you, they could have caught an STD and you knew about it, or if you didn't know about the STD, now you do know. They hooked up with somebody and they caught something, and they could have gave it to you. How unfair is that? Wow. Yeah, this person held a lot of secrets. There were so many things. They were very secretive, mysterious. They didn't want to tell you where they were going. Things didn't add up in the connection for you, and you realized like this person can't be trusted. Bottom of the deck, hiding their true feelings, deep emotions, secretly in love, cold and detached. Okay. This person, I can see that they have this hard exterior, but deep down they're like a teddy bear. They're like this jellyfish, very sensitive, and they could have came off like they didn't give a damn about you, when actually low-key they are in love with you. They were in love with you then, they still are. And this is someone who hides their emotions out of fear. They don't want to get hurt because maybe they've been hurt before, and they, instead of healing from that, they held on to that hurt. And so now they're so afraid to be vulnerable. So they hide how they truly feel. And when it comes to you, I'm fixing my shirt, not digging in my ass, but when it comes to you, they they could come off as very cold and detached. But I want you to know this, because I see this, and you just saw on the card, they are literally in love with you. Okay? Now, let's look at the tarot, and let's see, Taurus, what we have here. Spirit, show me how this person showed up in the connection. Show me how they showed up. 5 of Pentacles came reversed. Tell me more, Spirit, about this 5 of Pentacles. More Pentacles. Now, Pentacles represent your element, which is Earth. We have the 6 here. 6 and the 5. That's 11. That's 2 of Pentacles. I add, when I have 2 cards of the same like suit, I add them together. So 6 Pentacles plus the 5 of Pentacles, that's what, 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 of Pentacles represents this person had you. You could have felt like they were juggling you. You could have felt like this was a very imbalanced relationship where one of you, which I feel it was you, who was pulling more of the weight here. And you could have felt like this person was breadcrumbing you. You see how this character is giving these crumbs, these little bit of coins to these beggars. You could have felt like you had to beg for attention, beg for a phone call, beg to be, you know, paid attention to. You could have had to beg for attention in some way. And they put you in this energy. They put you in the 5 of Pentacles energy, where you felt like you were on the outside of this relationship when this should have been a partnership. You felt like this person was leaving you behind or leaving you out. Because the 5 of Pentacles, you see how on this card looks like raindrops? I always interpret it, because I'm a seer, I see this as tears. So I see that you cried. This person made you cry a lot because of how sad and alone. You see how she's alone. So you didn't feel supported here. You felt very isolated in this connection, and misunderstood as well. This person made you feel misunderstood. This is how they showed up. Now, how did Taurus show up? The Emperor. You were able, see, you're someone who's very, very strong. Number one, you're a leader, okay? And when you involve yourself in a relationship, you're able to handle your business plus juggle other responsibilities and the connection with ease. The Emperor doesn't have a problem overseeing the kingdom, right? The Emperor he's built, I don't care if you're a woman or a man, built to be flexible, to also be fair as well. You came in very fair with this person, and you really did compromise with them. You were able to stay grounded while you were in this connection with them. Tell me more about the Emperor and the Hierophant. You showed up as the Hierophant. Do you have gifts as well? Do you have gifts? You could be a reader yourself. You could be a seer. You could be someone that's clairaudient, or you could also be clairvoyant, where you could hear messages from your guides or from the divine. You could also see messages. You could always see like angel numbers, repeating numbers all the time. You get messages from your angels and from God. And you could have dreams. You could be someone who has dreams. Anyway, you see how I could go on and on about the Hierophant, but I don't have much time, guys. But you see how she has on this sheer gown. You were very transparent when you were with this person. You didn't hide anything from them. You let them know who you are. You showed them who you are. You gave, you were able to, and I feel like with this Hierophant, because the Hierophant is very tuned into their intuition and into their inner guide, their inner guidance. And so you knew all along. You knew all along what this was. And I feel like you received those messages about this connection. And so it's not like you didn't have any idea and you were clueless this whole time of who you were dealing with in this connection. You received messages and you paid attention to them. All right. What's the advice for Taurus? 6 of Cups. Don't stay stuck in this. Don't stay stuck in the past, guys. They want you to release the past memories of this person and make new ones. All right. I love you.